Imagine this. You walk into your living room after a long day. You sit down on the couch and grab the remote. But before you even press a single button, the magic happens. Your TV quietly switches on. It goes straight to the exact show you were binge-watching last night. The lights in the room dim automatically. The sound system wakes up and sets the volume to that perfect level you like. You didn't do anything. You didn't navigate a clunky menu. You didn't shout at a voice assistant. The room just knew. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie set in 2050. This is the very real, very possible experience of the next-generation Apple TV 4K in 2026. This isn't just another black plastic box for streaming Netflix. We're looking at a device that could become the actual brain of your home. To be clear right off the bat, Apple hasn't officially announced a 2026 Apple TV. They rarely announce anything until it's ready to ship. But what we're going to talk about today is an informed, realistic look at exactly where Apple is heading. We're looking at the chips they're building right now in their secret labs. We're looking at the services they are pushing to your iPhone. And we're looking at the massive gaps in the living room experience that they still haven't solved. So, think of this video as a blueprint for the Apple TV that should exist by 2026 if Apple really decides to go all in. Ask yourself this question. If Apple actually nailed this device, would you still need a cable box? Would you need a Roku or a Fire Stick? Would you need a separate game console, a fitness mirror, or a smart home hub? Or could one small, sleek box under your TV quietly replace them all? By the end of this video, you will have a crystal clear picture of what the future of your living room looks like, and whether you should wait for this beast or just buy what is on the shelf today. Let's start with the engine under the hood. Power. By 2026, the chips inside Apple devices are going to be on a completely different level. We're talking about the A-series chips, the same ones that power the iPhone Pro models. In a future Apple TV 4K, we could easily see an A18 or even an A19 class chip. Now, why does that matter for a TV box? You might think your current stick is fine, but in real life, this kind of power means zero lag. It means when you switch between apps, it happens instantly. It means no waiting for big, heavy apps like Disney Plus or Netflix to load. It means smooth 4K HDR video at incredibly high frame rates. And it means when you want to scrub through a video to find a specific scene, it happens instantly. No buffering. No estutering. It is a night and day difference if you're used to cheap, clunky streaming sticks that feel like they are struggling to keep up. But here's the secret. That extra power isn't just there to make the menus look pretty. It is there for intelligence. Apple is moving heavily into what they call on-device intelligence. That means AI that runs right there on your hardware, not in the cloud. By 2026, it makes perfect sense for that intelligence to live at the center of your TV. Picture this scenario. You press the Siri button on your remote, but you don't say, "Open Netflix." You say, "Show me something funny from the 90s that I haven't watched yet. Is under 2 hours, and I can stream for free." Today, that request would confuse most voice assistants. But the 2026 Apple TV is smart. Instead of just opening one app, it looks across everything. It checks Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Apple TV Plus. It checks what subscriptions you're actually paying for, so it doesn't show you locked content. It checks your watch history to make sure you haven't seen it. It analyzes what you usually laugh at. And then it gives you a short, focused list that actually feels tailored to you. You could even get more specific. You could say, "Play that movie with Tom Hanks where he is stuck at an airport." The AI understands the actor, the context, and the plot, and pulls up the terminal. You could say, "Skip to the good part, the car chase near the end." The box would be smart enough to scan the video file, detect the scene you mean, and jump straight there. This isn't magic. It is exactly the kind of context-aware AI Apple is already adding to phones. It is just finally coming to the biggest screen in your house. Now, let's talk about connection. Imagine Apple finally doing what everyone has expected for years, bringing real, natural communication into the living room. Right now, if you want to FaceTime on your TV, you have to prop up your iPhone against a coffee mug and hope it doesn't fall over. It works, but feels like a workaround. A 2026 Apple TV 4K could change that completely. We're talking about a built-in ultra-wide camera right in the front of the box. Or maybe a thin soundbar style device that sits under your TV with the camera integrated. Here is how it changes the game. You sit on your couch and hit FaceTime. The camera automatically sees everyone in the room. It frames you perfectly. If you stand up to get a drink, or if the kids run into the room, the camera quietly pans and zooms. It crops the image so the people on the other end always see a clean, stable shot. It feels like you are in the same room. Add in share play, and suddenly you can hang out with friends across the country. You pick a movie, they pick a movie, and you watch it together in perfect sync. You see their video in a small strip on the screen, or maybe you just hear their voices through your surround sound system, laughing at the same jokes you are. It brings the social experience back to TV. That same camera and processing power also turns this box into a serious fitness machine. Apple Fitness Plus is great, but it requires you to look at your watch or phone. With a 2026 Apple TV, the camera could analyze your form in real time. You're doing squats in front of your TV. The system sees you. It says, straighten your back or bend your knees deeper. It counts your reps for you. It shows your silhouette on the screen next to the trainer so you can match their form perfectly. It logs your calories and your progress automatically, even if you forgot to put on your Apple Watch. It removes the friction from working out at home. And we cannot forget about gaming. For a long time, Apple has dabbled in gaming, but they haven't really committed. A 2026 Apple TV with a modern A-series chip changes the math. This thing could push near-console level graphics. We are talking about Apple Arcade titles running in full 4K with high frame rates. You pair a PlayStation or Xbox controller via Bluetooth, and suddenly you have a very serious casual gaming machine. But with that camera we mentioned, you also unlock motion-based party games. Think about Family Game Night, where the TV tracks where each person is sitting. Games that react to your body movement. Interactive experiences that involve the whole room, not just the person holding the controller. It becomes a social hub. But Apple's vision doesn't stop at the edge of your TV screen. By 2026, the Apple TV 4K is likely to sit at the center of your entire home setup. Apple is pushing standards like Matter and Thread really hard. These are the technologies that make smart home devices actually talk to each other. A future Apple TV will almost certainly double as a powerful smart home hub. It will silently manage your lights, your locks, your thermostat, your sensors, and your cameras in the background 24/7. Here is what that looks like in practice. You're watching a movie, totally immersed. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. You don't have to pause and check your phone. Instantly, you get a small picture-in-picture window in the corner of your TV showing the person at your front door. You tap the remote once to talk to them through the TV remote microphone. You tap again to unlock the door. The movie never stops. Or maybe it is late at night. You are done watching. You simply say good night. The Apple TV turns off the TV screen. It shuts off your living room lights. It locks the front door. It sets the alarm. And it adjusts the thermostat to your sleeping temperature. All with one simple voice command or one button press. It is the conductor of your smart home orchestra. For all of this to really work, though, the software has to change. The current grid of apps is fine, but it is dated. By 2026, the Apple TV home screen should feel like a smart living dashboard. Imagine a For You row that actually makes sense, because the AI knows who is holding the remote. It knows if it is you or your kids. Speaking of kids, imagine profiles that automatically filter content. You switch to the kids' profile, and the scary movies disappear. The app's locked down to age-appropriate content. Time limits kick in automatically. Imagine a Now area on the home screen. This section would show you everything happening live now that you actually care about. Big sports games that are starting. Breaking news. Live concerts happening on Apple Music or YouTube. Right now, these events get buried inside apps, and you miss them. In 2026, the Apple TV surfaces them right to the top. And the best part? All of this can be done while keeping Apple's legendary focus on privacy. Because the chip is so powerful, a lot of this intelligence, the recommendations, the voice processing, it all happens on the device. Your detailed viewing habits don't have to be constantly sent to a cloud server just to figure out what you want to watch next. Now, we have to talk about the price. Apple isn't known for being cheap, but they have been slowly pushing the Apple TV into a more affordable space. However, this 2026 vision is premium. In 2026, it is realistic to expect a tiered approach. We might see a standard Apple TV 4K model in roughly the $129 to $179 range. This would be for most people. It is more expensive than a $30 stick, but it offers dramatically better performance and longevity. But then, imagine a higher-end version, the Pro model. This could be that slim soundbar device we talked about. It has the better speakers, the built-in camera, far-field microphone so you can shout, "Hey Siri" from the kitchen, and spatial audio tricks to make your TV sound massive. This device might land somewhere around $249 to $299. That sounds expensive for a streamer, but remember, it is replacing a streaming box, a smart home hub, and a mid-range soundbar all in one. The real business model for Apple, though, isn't just the hardware. It is the services. Apple TV Plus, Apple Music, Arcade, Fitness Plus, iCloud. By 2026, don't be surprised if Apple TV hardware is tightly bundled with these subscriptions. Maybe you get a discount on the box if you sign up for Apple One. Maybe your internet provider gives you the box for free with a contract. Apple wants this box in your home, so you keep subscribing. The barrier to entry will be as low as possible. So, the ultimate question, should you wait for this imagined 2026 box? Or should you buy the Apple TV 4K that exists today? Here is the truth. If you need something right now, if your current streaming device is slow, laggy, and frustrating, don't wait. The current Apple TV 4K is already one of the best pieces of hardware you can buy. It is fast, it is reliable, and it is a premium experience. But if your current setup is fine and you're not in a rush, keep your eyes open. Watch what Apple does over the next couple of years. Look for 3 signals: a bigger push into on-device AI, more aggressive smart home features, and any rumors about cameras in the living room. Those are the signs that this future is coming. The future of the living room isn't about more screens. It is about intelligence. It is about a device that gets out of your way and just works. That is the promise of the 2026 Apple TV 4K. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon like that.